And I'll never forget when they was like, oh, you got a needle gun. I said, what is needle gun? What is this? And then figured out what that was. Then they was like, oh, we got to paint the ship. I'm like, what is painting the ship? What you mean? They was like, yeah, we got to hang over the side. Oh, no. I was like, nah. I ain't hanging over no side. They got to have good flavor. If they ain't got good flavor, then they not good.
Then they not good.
Yeah, you got to make sure whoever you get them from done clean them good and season them. But, yeah, love them.
You love them.
I love them. 5 pounds, oh, that's nothing. I'll take them down.
For real?
5 pounds by myself, yes. And one of the first sailors, he was actually in the supply department. And I had spoke with him like that Friday before.
Yeah.
And he was in good spirits and everything. So when I'm going through the Sailor of the Year week, that was one thing that kind of hit me, because I was like, I'm up here competing for Sailor of the Year, and we just had another sailor take their life.
Let's lock in. Hey, on today's episode on the Addies Podcast, we're joined by a leader who represents confidence, growth, and what it truly means to earn your anchors. Yes. From Hammond, Louisiana. That's like an hour away from New Orleans, right? Right. Okay, we're going to talk about that. To Memphis, Tennessee. She stepped into the Navy in 2011 with determination to never look back. Starting as a PACT Seaman, grinding her way through the ranks, earning her place as a logistics specialist, she didn't just advance, she excelled. From the USS Theodore Roosevelt to the USS Gerald R to the USS George Washington. She built a reputation on excellence, accountability, and leadership. Selected as Commander Naval Air Atlantic Force Sailor of the Year. Wow. Okay. You was the top first class. That's what they're saying, right? Okay, if they say so. All right. That's a target, though.
You said it's a target?
That's a target.
Why
That's a target. Because they saying like you the greatest at this pay grade to be selected above all these other competitors, top-notch competitors. Okay, but we'll talk about it. And now serving as a senior chief petty officer in Department LCPO at LSC.
And NAVSUP.
And NAVSUP. That's some big supply talk.
It is.
And it is.
It is.
Okay, all right. That's no shot on the supply. I'm with y'all. I rock with y'all. Y'all in my top 5. I promise you.
You can't fly without supply.
But hey. I need a lot of things besides flying.
Hey.
And I know supply got it. So yeah, no doubt. And plus my son is an LS, so much love to him too. And you shaping the next generation of sailors. Like, that's your era. Like, this new generation. Because you looked the part like, oh, wow, she one of them young senior chiefs? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm Mika.
Yep.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I mean, all right. But beyond a uniform, a mother of 3, and a leader who's managing the true balance between mission and family. Ladies and gentlemen, Logistics Specialist Senior Chief Romeika Dillingham. Thank you for joining the Addies Podcast.
Thank you. That was a great introduction.
Yeah, well, for good. Great people. They say you was the greatest.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Like, you was the greatest. How long would that go as a first class?
What was it? 4 years ago?
4 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
4 years ago. And it's like, like you keep your foot on the gas. But we're going to talk about it because it's like Hammond. Yeah. Talk to me about Hammond, Louisiana. So 10 years old, right?
Yeah, so I was actually born in Hammond, but we stayed in a little town outside of Hammond called Kentwood, Louisiana. Oh. So that's where Britney Spears from.
Oh, you got to put that out there.
Yeah,
so Britney Spears from there.
Yes.
So like some important people come out of there, I guess.
Yeah, we got about one or two. And then my daddy, Romany. I love my daddy. But my mom, she moved to Memphis when I was like 7 or 8.
Uh-huh.
And me and my brother stayed with my grandmother, but she moved to Memphis, to get a better job opportunity and everything. So my mom told me when I was 7, she was like, in 3 years, I'm coming back to get y'all. Like, I'll be back. But she came home every month.
Yeah.
Every month she came home. And 3 years to the date, she moved us to Memphis.
For
and
real?
So that's where I grew up from then.
In Memphis. What's South Memphis?
No, I'm not from the South.
Oh,
I was from East Memphis.
East Memphis. Oh,
yes,
I know all
East
about
Memphis.
that.
Mm-hmm. I stayed in Hickory Hill area.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Memphis is. I just was talking about it just recently. It's a good place.
It is.
It's wild, but it's a good place.
Yes, and I do think Memphis.
A lot of good food.
Good food, and also good people.
Good people. Yeah.
Yes.
Music.
Yes.
The whole
the
vibe.
Culture, everything.
The whole vibe.
Yes.
Like you'll get, and people come there to performers and all that.
Yes.
Like it's a big place to have a good time.
It is. It's a good time. It's a good time. Go visit, get you some good barbecue, and then go on back to where you're from.
Going back to where you're from. When the last time you've been in Hammond or that area?
Oh, I was just there for Mardi Gras.
Oh, for real?
Yes, I had to go for Mardi. So this was my first time experiencing Mardi Gras as an adult.
For real?
Yes.
What was the difference though? I don't know. I mean,
well, the difference
I don't know.
now is that
I know, but I'm just saying, growing up, like talking to people from Louisiana, like certain things, it's like a culture thing.
Mm-hmm.
But people outside that don't understand, like that's just a culture thing. Like twerking and stuff, like that's like doing an electric slide, something like that for y'all. Like it's not the normal. It's not the normal. It's like, but people outside of that be like, oh wow, like you like this is dancing.
Yep, it's just dancing. And one thing that I just love about Louisiana, like, is that Southern hospitality.
Yeah.
Like, everybody, like, it could be a stranger on the street, but they, oh, hey, baby. Like, it's like that's how it is. You hungry? Like, gonna feed whoever.
Right.
It's always a good time. And so, going back home, so my first time, it was honestly, I had went like 10 years before I went back to Louisiana. So it had been like 10 years. And I was like, you know what? Like, it's just been too long. I'm going to make it, my best, put my best effort to try to go home at least once a year or once every 2 years.
Yeah.
So this year I went home. Well, I actually been twice in the past year.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. So, and then I love crawfish. So it's crawfish season. So I had to get down there.
Right.
for Mardi Gras to get some crawfish.
Is it just the love of eating them? Because I'm like, it's not a lot of food in them.
No, they good though. Like,
I mean, I got all the suck in the head and all that stuff.
Yes, like they're the flavor is
okay. That's
like you got to get the good. They got to have good flavor. If they ain't got good flavor, then they not good.
Then they not good.
Yeah, you got to make sure whoever you get them from done clean them good and season them. But love them.
You love them.
I love them. 5 pounds, oh, that's nothing. I'll take them down.
For real?
5 pounds by myself. Yes.
Of crawfish.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of crawfish.
It's not though, because like you said, it's not a lot of meat in it.
But I guess that's how people sit there and eat crabs too.
Yeah, like how the people from Maryland can eat
crabs,
30 crabs at a time.
Cold or no matter what, like they can just eat crabs.
Yeah,
I guess that's how you are with crawfish.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, you from that that neck of the woods. Okay. So Hammond, Memphis. What was it like for you in Memphis? Like, I know what it was for me because I just left there a while ago. But you growing up there, this is like the 90s, 2000s.
Yep, the 2000s. So honestly, Memphis taught me how to be a hustler. Like,
for real?
Yes, because it's like, for one, everybody down there, like they got some type of hustle about them. And that's one thing that I feel like that I like. Like, it's so many of, like, my friends, like, they business owners, they, like, they doing good for themselves. It's like, at an early age, on my 16th birthday, I started a job. I started working at Popeyes. Yeah. All my friends was working. Like, we was all like, okay, we all want our own money. We tired of asking our mama for $10, $15. Like, no, we want to get it. So, it was a good time growing up in Memphis. Like,
really?
I enjoyed myself, and I felt like that I learned so much. And then, of course, having my mom, like, teach me a lot of good life lessons and stuff that I honestly appreciate them now. I appreciate them now. Or whatever.
Why would you like rebuttal though? Like,
so as a kid, you just don't. Sometimes you don't feel like getting up and making up your bed.
oh,
Right? Like, I'll wake up and, like, my mama will call me at school. Oh, you didn't make up your bed today?
Yeah.
She was like, okay, well, come
That's
see
one
me
of them
when you
good
get
moms.
home. And so
That's one of them good
I'm like, but
moms.
mama, get back in it. And it's so crazy because now, like, I'm a stickler. If I leave out my house and my bed is not made, my day is just all over the place.
You gotta make your bed.
It is.
It's
And
like,
so,
you gotta
like,
make
but
your
she
bed.
taught me that lesson at a young age.
Yeah.
And I told her, like, now, I was like, Mom, I appreciate that. Like, I didn't never know, the importance of it as a kid, but when you become an adult, like, you kind of see the lessons behind everything.
Right.
And it builds structure.
And that little thing, you can judge people off of, like, you don't make your bed?
Yeah, because some people don't believe in it. Like, some people feel like, I'm going to get back in it. And I'm like, nah. Like, even though I got 30 pillows, I'm going to put all 30 on my bed. So,
now, why do women do that with all the pillows? Like,
because it's just cute. Like, you want a full looking bed. It's for the aesthetics and the decor. And you don't want your bed looking empty.
I mean, 2 pillows is good.
No, it's not. It's not enough.
But
so
you get, like,
I think I got 8.
Then you probably don't even want nobody to lay on the pillows.
No, you don't. Those are not the pillows you sleep on. Those are not the pillows you sleep on. Those are the pillows.
But they on the bed.
No, not those. The ones you sleep on in the closet. When it's time to go to sleep, we'll take those out the closet and don't sleep on my decorative pillows. No.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But all right. But you learned a lot of things from your mom that you really appreciate that she taught you, but you didn't realize those lessons back then.
Yes.
Yeah. But becoming a mom yourself,
yep.
Now you really kind of like, I see what she was going through.
Yep.
I see what she was dealing with. You know, I understand why she said, hey, I'm going to go out here to get this job set up, and I'm going to come to get y'all.
Yep.
You can appreciate that.
Do.
You can really appreciate that. Because a lot of people look at it in the sense like, she left y'all? But it's the same mindset being in the service as a mom. Going on deployment.
Yep.
You know, how does that, because a lot, like, I talk to my sisters about that stuff, and they like, ain't no way.
Yeah.
There ain't no way that you can leave your child that long.
Yeah.
And you got to think at one point in time, you wasn't having no FaceTime, none of that stuff. It was just letters. And you got lucky, you got on the phone.
Yeah.
You know? But as a mom, like, how does that, like, does that bother you?
Absolutely. Like, that was the hardest thing I had to do. So let's just say I've been blessed in my career or whatever, but I did my first deployment as a chief. So yes, I actually was a chief when I did my first deployment, and it was my first time leaving my kids. And when I say it was the hardest thing I've ever done, because for one, I didn't have control. And one thing about, the mom, like, I control my kids. Like, I control when they go to sleep. I control what they eat, what they going to do, and everything. And
but you still let them live.
Yeah, I let them live. But, I just make sure that they're good in all aspects.
It's structured.
And so I didn't have that, but that's why it's important, too, to have a good support system. Because if I did not have a good support system, I definitely could have not done it. Like, thank God, God, he blessed me with a great father for my children.
Yeah.
Like, they dad, he held it down. He held it down. And then my mom, his mom, like, they both supported it. Like, my auntie, they was calling, checking up on them, like, hey, like, what y'all need? Do y'all, like, even asking him, hey, do you need a break? I'll come get the kids, because it's a lot. I got 3, so it's a lot now.
They're kind of close in age.
Yeah, well, the first 2 are 13 months apart. They're teenagers now. 13 and 12, and then the other one is 6. So, and then also thank God that my daughter was older, because she kind of stepped into that mommy role for me. And so
while you were leaving, getting underway, doing different things like that.
So I started, teaching her little things, because I, prepared her. I was like, hey, like, mommy's leaving, so that, like, don't have daddy, have to ask you to wash the dishes. Like, just wash them. Like, you see that they there, just wash them. Like, and then one thing, that I told him too, like, just don't burn the house down. Like, and I had to kind of like give up control in that aspect too, cause especially when it comes to like the furniture and stuff, cause he's a big kid with the kids, so they like to build forts and all that, and I'm like, okay, you know what? If y'all tear up some furniture, it's okay. It's okay.
okay.
Like I had to get that right with
Yeah.
myself
Yeah.
or whatever. And I was just like, you know, as long as
Letting
I
a
come
little bit of that
back,
control go.
yes, as long as
Yeah.
when I come back, the kids healthy, I'll be good. And then, which it is, you know, easier these days because you can FaceTime, you can, you know, call them, or you can send an email or whatever. But sometimes I always say that's kind of a curse because it's a curse when you can do it a couple days in a row, then all of a sudden you can't do it. So it's a curse for the family because now where I was calling you 5-6 days in a row, you haven't heard from me in 3 or 4 days. You like, okay, why you ain't call me? You know, what's going on out there and this and that. And you not knowing that we been in River City. Like, you not knowing.
You don't even know.
Yes, like that, you know, we in MCOM. Like, I can't tell you this stuff.
I can't, yeah.
Yes, so
yeah.
it's.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's a gift and it's a curse. But it is good that I was able to keep up with every single move that the kids was doing. And one thing I used to that helped me too, that I told him, like, just don't give me no bad news out here. Even though he did. Like, they used to give me all the bad news all the time.
But if he didn't give it to you.
But it's nothing I can do out there.
I got you.
But like I told him, like, you know, if it's something like that you just can't handle or whatever. But if the kid went to the hospital because he had a cold, you ain't got to tell me that. Like, you don't have to tell me that. Like, I get it, but then I'm going to be freaking out because, so did you give him medicine? Did you make sure he took the ibuprofen every 4 hours?
But you got to understand, he took him to the hospital.
I mean, he took him to the hospital. I agree with that.
He did the best thing.
No, he did. He did. So that's why I say I give him big kudos for that. Like,
no matter what.
No matter what. So,
I was at the hospital.
Yep, and then I came back, and my kids are healthy. They healthy, they safe, they happy. So, but I had mom guilt, but they were good. Yes.
That was tough. A lot of women separate, you know, when they get pregnant, you know, in the military. You know, they separate because it's not the norm.
Yeah.
For women, that's not the norm. For a woman to give birth and you go on periods of time out of their life, you know, sometimes they get upset because it's like, I haven't seen the other parent enough or something like that, and they get in their feelings about something. But it's like, this is my job.
Yeah, I mean,
like, this is how we eat.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you got to make a living for your family, and I was faced with that after having my daughter, the oldest one. Because I went then to my husband. I was like, hey, like, I want to get out, this and that. I was like, I don't think I can do this.
So the oldest one, you was talking about getting out.
I was talking about getting out. I was like, I don't think I can do this.
See, that's what I'm saying.
So it's common. So he went, you know, to his job. He was like, let me see how much the insurance and everything costs at work, this and that, and snap of a finger, I was pregnant with the other one right behind.
For real?
So they close, yes. So instead,
how old are you at this point?
So at this point, I'm 22 or 23.
Yes. And what pay grade?
E4.
You at E4?
Yes, a E4.
With two?
With two.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, already one, then another one on the way.
Yeah.
And so when he went to his job and like looking at the insurance was ridiculous. And so we, at that time, you know, we had to make a family decision. It was like, okay, you know what? Because he was still moving up in his career.
Yeah.
And we, at that time, he was like, okay, you know what? You might just need to stay in the Navy for right now. And I'm like, okay, because who can really pay $400 to $500 a week?
And daycare.
For insurance plus daycare and everything else that, you know, we would have had to pay for. So I'm like, okay, you know what?
So for a child with insurance.
On his insurance at the time, yes. It was going to be job. Me, him, and two kids. It was
$400 per person?
No, together.
Together.
But it was a week.
A week?
Yes. It was horrible. The rate was horrible back then. Yes. So that's why I was like, you know what? It might be worth. Let me just look into
People don't understand them benefits.
No, the benefits, yes. They're amazing. Like, benefits. Even though we, you know, be like, oh, you know, we try to act like our medical is not this, not that. I appreciate it. We don't know what a copay is.
No.
Like, one of my best friends or whatever, she was telling me, she was like, yeah, girl, I got a copay. I'm like, what is that? And it'd be so funny because she be trying to, like, she be telling me about everything. And she be like, I know you don't know what this is. But I'm like, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Because when I retired, and I got TRICARE. Mm-hmm. So I got a prescription. It was like $6. I said, what? Like, I'm tripping because I'm like, that wasn't my norm.
Yeah.
Like, I just,
Yes.
That wasn't the norm.
Yes.
But because our medical is like, oh, we get what we need.
Get what you need, right?
Yeah,
and you take it for
got
granted.
whatever you need, we got you.
Yep, exactly. So so that's what kept me in. And then once I got to that point, I think by then I was a first class. I had ended up making first, and I was like, okay, if I re-enlist, like I'm gonna ride this thing to 20. So
for real,
because it was taking me to like 8 or 9 years if I re-enlist.
So you leave in Memphis, you come in the Navy. Why did you come in the Navy?
So I came in the Navy. I went to the University of Memphis.
Oh, you went to the University of Memphis?
I did. I went to the University of Memphis. I had scholarships. I was doing good. And like I said, Memphis, you always want money. You always feel like you want to hustle. I ain't want to, stay in the dorms anymore. So I got an apartment, and I was taking 20 credit hours, and I had 3 jobs. So 3 jobs, right? So of course something got to give. Something is going to lack, and the school part is what lacked. Because no matter what, I'm going to work. I'm going to work. I'm going to go get my money, and then so I did great my first year, but my first 2 semesters I did good. My 3rd semester, I remember my mama saying, "Hey, where your grades at?" I was like, "Oh, the teacher ain't released them yet."
Oh Lord!
I was like, "The teacher ain't released the grades yet." Not knowing, I done failed almost every class, and and I just told her, I was like, "Mom, like I just think school is just like it's not for me right now." And my aunt and my uncle was military. My uncle was still in at the time. My aunt was she had just got out, and my aunt was like, "Well, come, what you think about joining the Navy?" And I'm like, "Girl, I'm too prissy for the military. Like, I don't do that military stuff." I'm like, "Nah," because I was always a princess. I was like, And she was like, "Okay, well, you really should look into it." And so I went to the recruiter in Memphis, and I kept feeding them stuff. Okay, yeah, I went to the recruiter. I'll go back. I'll go take my ASVAB. And then I went and just like Christmas treat the ASVAB. And I was like, "Oh, I didn't get the score." My auntie was like, "Because you didn't try." She was like, "You know what? You need to come up here to Norfolk." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And my auntie bought me a one-way ticket from Memphis to Norfolk. A one-way ticket from Memphis to Norfolk. And came up here. My first weekend here, they took me to the recruiter, and the recruiter was like, "Okay, yeah, we can get the process started." My uncle took me on a tour of the ship. It was the Iwo Jima. I was like, "I can't live here. I can't live like this." And whatever.
So you looking at like the ship, like the racks and all of that stuff? The
racks, yes. The racks. I was like, y'all sleep in those little things, and it's so crazy because the chief was the one who took me around, so I was looking at the chief berthing. I wasn't even looking at the enlisted berthing when the rack's smaller. So when I really went on the ship and see, I was like, the other racks I saw was bigger than this. But yeah, so he took me on a tour to Iwo Jima, and they was like, "So what you gonna do?" And I was like, "You know what?" I was like, "I can do it. It's only 4 years. If I don't like it, get out." That's always been my mentality. You always try something once. If you don't like it, done with it. So I was like, it'll be 4 years. So I went and really took the ASVAB, got a decent score, and that's how I joined. So I left Memphis in November, and I dipped in January 5th of...
You left Memphis in when?
November of 2010.
And you dipped in when?
Dipped in January 2011, and I was in boot camp in February 2011.
What?
That's how quick it was. Yes.
What you had going on?
He loved some little boy back then. Just wasn't going right.
He had you going.
Just wasn't going right. I had to get my life together. Like, it just, college, I was, like I said, I always had that mentality to where I wanted to get money too. So it was like, I was working all the time. I wasn't doing bad. I was never a bad, I was never a bad kid or anything.
Right.
But... yeah, I had to do something different. Because my auntie was like, "Okay, like you, at this point, you 20, like you got to figure out what you want to do." Like, and I'm honestly one of the best decisions ever. And then it's so crazy because my mama was like, you just need to go. You just need to go. And I'm like,
For real?
you want me to go?
She
Then
wants you to go?
Yeah, then I called my dad, and my daddy like, nah, I don't want you to join the service. They gonna see you took a weight. I don't want you to join. I'm like, well, mama, what do I do? You don't you want me to? My daddy, then I was like, daddy, they not gonna see me took a weight. I'll be fine. And so, and I had that way of thinking, and I left, never looked back.
And never looked back.
Never looked back.
Came in right away, undesignated seaman. You get to the Roosevelt. Where the hell you working at?
Whole deck department.
You was in deck.
I was in deck, man.
You was a princess in deck?
I was a princess in deck. Yes, in deck.
You was a princess in deck?
Yes, and it was because when it was time to pick a job, they didn't really have anything that I want at the time. And then when they presented the undesignated, my uncle was like, I don't know about that. Yeah. But he was like, if you do undesignated, he said the perk about it is you get to see what you want to do.
Right. You got a choice. It's good. It's
yes,
good.
And that's what he said. He was like, you just gotta, you gotta use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
And so honestly, I feel like undesignated is not a bad thing.
Because it's a lot of people that's in good rates.
Yes, I'm in the best rate because I came in undesignated. So, but yeah, so I was able to look around and I was able to see. But yes, I was in deck department, and I never forget when they was like, "Oh, you got a needle gun." I said, "What is needle gun? What is this?" And then figured out what that was. Then they was like, "Oh, we got to paint the ship." I'm like, "What is painting the ship? What you mean?" They was like, "Yeah, we got to hang over the side." Oh no, I was like, "Nah, I ain't hanging over no side."
Did you hang over the side?
No, I'm scared of heights. I'm not doing that. I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm terrified. Then they were like, well, you can get in the rib. I said, what is the rib?
The
this little boat, this little rink-a-dink boat. I'm not getting in there either.
So hold on. You was in deck.
I paint the inside of the ship. I'm not gonna paint. I didn't mess with the outside. I didn't.
It's some deck warriors out there.
Yeah, and that's good. That's why I got up out of there.
How long were you in deck?
I was in deck department not even 10 months. 10 months.
Yeah,
I was like, you know what? Because I was ready to choose a rate. And then they was like, well, you got to be a BM. I was like, no, I don't. I was like, if I got to be a BM, I'm getting out. No disrespect to the BM because I love me a BM. But I was like, nah.
They
work hard. I have a major respect for them.
They work.
Yes. Like when everybody going out on Liberty, the BM still on the boat.
Listen, I got my first taste. I was a chief. I'm like, this dude a third class. You think that joker was a first class?
Oh, yeah, they run it. Them third classes.
I mean, I'm just like, this dude is a third class. I remember this cat. I was on the Nassau. He was like a BM3. I forgot his last name, brother. This dude, like, had it going on.
And they walk around with confidence, them BM3s. Like, this they shit.
And that's how I'm looking like, who is this? Like,
yeah.
But he was a BM3.
Yeah.
That was it.
Hey.
Yeah. You said you out, though.
Yeah, I was out of there. I was like, okay, y'all, how can I choose a rate? What do I need to do? Yeah. And so I saw all the LSs, and I saw that they was people, like that they was, always talking to people, and I'm a people person.
Yeah.
So I was like, what rate is that? And they was like, oh, yeah, it's an LS, and the BM was trying to make it sound bad. They kick boxes all day. And I was like, well, I mean, I'd rather kick a box than hang over the side of the ship. So I was like, well, let me go see what they do. So I asked to, by this time, I'm actually at FRC in Norfolk because I was pregnant with my daughter. I had got pregnant with my daughter. So I was like, well, let me go work with them and see what they do. And then back then, it was PTS, Perform to Serve.
Yeah.
Yep, it was PTS. Yeah. And they only had one LS quota. One quota to put it for LS. And I was like, well, I want to try to go for it.
Yeah.
And I went for it and got it. So it was like 12 or 13 of us that applied. So
for real?
I was grateful. I was like, yes.
And that's how your whole LS journey started?
That's how it started.
Off of a Perform to Serve?
Yep.
Wow.
I started.
So did you make SK3 off of that or LS3?
I was being LS, yeah.
So you made LS3 off of that? Or
LS3 off of that.
LS3 off of that, and then the journey begins.
Then it began.
Baby.
Yep.
Another baby.
Yep.
Like, some people don't understand that that's a grind.
It is.
Especially if you're good, you got somebody else that's working in, another adult in the house working and doing the thing. But it's a grind, trying to raise some kids and trying to do it right, and you still want to have fun too and do stuff for yourself. But you got to think of them first, always.
Yep. Always.
Always. Always. And even as a third class, you're just like, it is what it is. It's like, it's what we got to do.
Yep. That's
We
what
got to do. And then you come to the forward. You were there for a while and you're pregnant again.
I was there for
a while.
6 years.
6 years.
6 years.
Building your resume at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boy, it was a good tour.
A good tour?
I learned a lot on the forward.
Yeah.
So I got to sing because I always say the forward taught me how to be a good leader, and the GW made me be a good leader.
What you learned from the forward.
I learned from the forward, and all of the leaders, you was on there, all of the leaders on there. Because we was, top heavy up there.
That was heavy.
Good,
it was a lot of good people.
Yeah, a lot of good chiefs I learned from over
there. Yeah, a lot. You had a lot of picking and choosing whoever you wanted. Like, it was hard to go wrong.
It was.
Because it kind of like everybody held each other accountable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then everybody took care
you kind of like,
you
sharpen your steel off of them as well because they were solid.
They was.
Yeah. They taught a lot. I definitely give it to those match chiefs. And for me, because they taught in their own way. You might didn't catch it at that moment, but it was a teaching moment. You know.
And then one thing I liked about them too is that they started teaching early. Like they started, like when I was an E5, they was already telling me like, you know, the tips and the tricks of the game. Like they didn't wait till I became a first class or a chief.
No.
When I was learning stuff as an E5, like, look, this is what you need to do. This is how you do this. This is how you move there.
Yeah. So. Yeah. And it was like, it was a great ship with great people. It was. With great people. And like a lot of learning lessons. Mentorship, leadership. And again, nobody kind of like, they checked you in a way without you even knowing that you got checked.
Yeah.
You know, but you had to stay on your sport. Like you had to, it had to stay sharp. Because you had a lot of people. Even a guy like Yogi, right? Yogi was a laid back dude.
But you know
but nobody messed with him.
Yeah, because you know he didn't play. You know he
nobody messed with that dude. Yeah. He never screamed, yelled. But nobody messed with Yogi. He was just like, what's up?
Yep. And I learned a valuable lesson from him. That one day, whenever I return to the ship, I definitely want to take a lot of things that I learned from him. But I remember him saying one time before, he was talking to the first, I was second class at the time. He was talking to the first classes. He was like, if y'all don't make board, you can't be an LPO in my department.
Can't even do it.
He was like, if you do not make board, you can't have no collateral.
Listen,
you need to study.
That's how tight it was because in them ranking boards, you know who didn't make board. And not whoever that DLCPO was knew not to bring that first class up there. And they ain't make board. Lord, it was going to take a lot.
Yes.
It was going to take a lot.
Yes.
Because it was a wave of like, oh, the elite of the elite is coming through. Like,
Yes.
We ain't had no time. You ain't make board. Hey, you got to keep studying.
Right. You
it's next man up.
But you ain't finna be as an LPO. You going to go ahead and see. And that triggers something in me because it's like, okay, you know what? I need to study. Like, because I don't want it to be when it's my time to get up there that I don't make board and I can't be in a position to lead.
Yeah.
Because of me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But you had a lot of great LSs.
Yes.
You know, some are retiring soon, some are retired. But the four had a lot of great LSs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They still they kicking boxes. That's what the boss say.
I have not kicked one box
no?
since I've been in the LS. Maybe pick one up.
You pick one up, but you ain't kicked one.
But I love being in LS.
Yeah,
I love being in LS.
Yeah. So had a third, your son. Then you make first class. Then you come to the GW. It's like I'm about to retire. But I'm like, oh, wow. I told him, I said, she about to run some stuff. It's like some people you see, like they have it. You like, you never ask, like, how did they get it? But it's like, they got it. You know, oftentimes when you see people make, like, chief early, they fumble a little bit. You know, but you keep it and keep running. Like, how, I don't know if there is a balance. You were chief, sailor of the year. How did that feel? How did that feel just for the ship?
So honestly, I think it was an out of body experience for me, and I think it took me a while to really take it in because
Talking about this for the ship.
Just for the ship.
This for the ship.
So even for the ship, like I was so when I first got to the GW, for one, I went to the GW. A lot of people don't know. I went to the GW suffering from severe postpartum. So I was in like functioning depression. Like functioning
Really?
depression. I was. And I was just like, because I was dealing with, once again, I'm at like 9 years. I'm at like 9 years and like, husband want me to get out the Navy. But I'm like, no, I told you if I stay in the Navy, I'm going to, stay in. So it's just it was, I was dealing with a lot. So, when I came to GW, I was dealing with severe postpartum because I terminated my pregnancy tour to return to shore. To return to sea.
Okay.
So my baby was 4 months old. 4 months old. And I'm back on the ship. Because,
for real?
Yes, because at the time when it was time for me to pick orders, because I started trying to negotiate for orders when I was still pregnant, because I always knew that I wanted to be a chief. Yeah. So I was like, so honestly, I felt like the pregnancy tour kind of set me back a little bit or whatever, because...
Why? Why you think
because I was already on the brass as a first class on, on the forward. Yeah. And now I got to come up out of that. I'm going to a new command. Yeah. And I'm finna take a pee. Because one, I'm pregnant. And really, how much are they going to invest in me? Like, that's the way that I was kind of thinking. Okay. Or whatever. Because I'm pregnant. I'm kind of more of a, like, they know I'm only short term.
I'm short term.
So,
right.
So I terminated to come back to a ship. And at the time, the detailer, she gave me the real. And it was Mary Ames. Yeah. She gave me the real. She was like, hey, like, what do you want to do? Like, what is your goals? And she kind of gave me a quick little CDB over the phone.
For real?
Yes. And she was like, these are the ships that I got available. She was like, call me back. Let me know which one. Yeah. And I appreciate her to this day or whatever for that. Because even though at the time, and I had never met her, but at the time, I was like, oh, I don't know. I really don't want to go back to a ship, but this and that. But she gave me the real. If you want to make chief, this is what you need to do. And I appreciated that because it's like she didn't know me either.
Right, right. But she probably seen something like, this girl calling me talking about she want to go back to sea duty. Yes. Like, she about some business. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is, she about some business.
Yep. So, and then I end up I told her GW, and I ended up having Joe call you. I was like, I think he over there. Can you call to see if they can get me over there and everything? Yeah. So, end up on GW, and I remember just like the same mentality that I had from the forward. It's like it just lit back in me. It just came back.
And the timing was good for that too, because y'all was ramping up coming out the yards. Yep. And now you got to really show what you actually learned from the forward.
And then the thing too, why I say GW made me lead is because we was like slim to none on khaki leadership.
Really?
Like, I just, probably because we was coming out the yards, a lot of people didn't want to come.
Yeah.
So
you going to Japan?
Yes, the ship is on the way back to Japan. So we was like, we literally had maybe 2 or 3 chiefs like in the department at one time. Like it was like low. Yes.
In supply?
In supply. Yes, it was low. It was like Joe Magary, Mo Thomas, and like Tabby Ramirez. Like it was literally like slim to none.
Yeah.
And so we had to step up. The first class had to step up. You want to be a chief, don't you? Step up.
Wow.
Learn how to lead. And so and that's one thing too that I think also helped too, because like Mo, he used to, like, I bring a problem to him, he'd be like, so what you gonna do? Like, bring it to me. Yeah. And I'd be like, okay. And he was like, you make a decision, and if it work, it work. If it don't, he was like, you learn to listen. And so I always used that too. So, and then when I ended up getting Sailor of the Year for the ship, I was like, I didn't even like think about it really. I was like, oh, y'all, this little country girl, y'all want me to get the Sailor of the Year? Okay. I was like, okay, I appreciate that. Like, I appreciate it. And it's so crazy, too, because I actually have a picture from that board when I got Sailor of the Year from the ship. Somebody sent it. I think it was, I forgot who sent it to me, but somebody sent it to me not too long ago.
Really?
And was like, this is where it started. And it's all of the Master Chiefs lined up from GW that did my Sailor of the Year board.
For real?
And I was standing there. Yep.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good moment. That's a good moment.
Yep.
So you winning for the ship. Congrats on that. Then what you win next?
So next I had to go up for C9.
C9.
Yeah. That was the big one right there.
That was the big one. So how was like your now again, how's your emotions? Like you going into these things like, wow, I'm moving to the next level.
So the pressure was on because, they
now
only
honestly,
picking.
did you ever think like, if I'm the actual Sailor of the Year, I'm gonna put Chief on early?
No.
That never came in your head?
Never. So because for one, I was a nervous freak because the CMC
Because you
at
still
the time,
dealing with that postpartum.
Yes, I was like trying to juggle everything, and then of course the CMC at the time, because that's when the instruction had just changed, where you got to make board to be a finalist. So of course the CMC at the time, Chris Ziegler, he was like,
yeah. Shout out, Chris.
I know, shout out. He was like,
Yeah.
you better make board. He
Yeah.
was like, you better make board. And he was like, you better not mess this up. I'm like, oh, Lord.
But he don't know, like, you smart. You too smart.
So, I mean, I always held myself to that. But it's still, no matter how much you study, you still nervous.
I got you.
Yeah, it's like you still nervous because you like, I'm like,
that's a lot
I know.
of pressure. That's a lot of pressure.
It is. And I feel, and it was pressure. I was like, Lord, please let my name be on this list to make board. Jesus, please.
Yeah.
So the board results came. I thank God my name was on the list. So I was excited. Like, okay, I made board. So at that point, I'm grateful because I'm like, okay, the Sailor of the Year on a carrier. Yeah. Like, I should. Hopefully, I make Chief this year off of this. I'm on a carrier. Right. So I was just grateful for that. Right. And then when
how many years you got in at this time?
At this time, it's 10. It's 10 years. So then the message came out for the See Now Sailor of the Year finalist, and my name was in the message. I said, look at God. I said, what? I was like, and I kept saying, I was like, what do they see in me? Like, that I'm not seeing in myself. Because I always think highly of myself. But I'm like, I was just like in awe. Right. I still got that message and I got everything. Because I was like, look at this.
Like, look at you.
Yeah.
Like, this is me.
So I was just grateful. Like, I was just grateful just to, be recognized like that. And then because trust and believe, I always definitely feel like it's your hard work. But not only is your hard work, you got to have people that believe in you and people that's fighting for you. Like, you have to have that too. So, and I was like, you know what? For this, it's some people behind the scenes that I don't see that's speaking highly of me. Yeah. So that always meant a lot to me.
Yeah. And then what happens with that, you turn into that same type of person.
Yes.
And it's always like we giving, constantly giving. And that's where the give part come back. Like, somebody seen something in me, at this time and at that time. Yeah. Like, what's going on? I prayed on it. Right. But somebody, my other contestant prayed on it too. Right. Everybody prayed on it. Everybody prayed on it. But is this that little country girl?
Yes, that's exactly what I thought. Because like the year before when I didn't pick up Chief, I remember crying. Like, really? Because I was trying to hold it together. I was. And then Mo Thomas, he was DLCPO and supply at the time on GW. He was just like, let it out. He was like, let it out. And I was like, I didn't pick up. Like, I'm just asking all these questions. I'm like, I don't know what else to do. Yeah. And he was like, it's just not your time right now. And I was like, you know what, you're right. And I was like, but don't nobody want to hear that. It's not your time right now. Yeah. But, which is the truth. Right. And I was like, you know what, you're right. And he was like, okay, you got 24 hours, go home, finish your crying, come back. Then the next day I came back, he was like, okay, let's go and win Sailor of the Year. I was like, what you mean? He was like, I'm saying, like, let's go get Mapped the Chief. And when he said that, it's like he believed before I did. I was like, and I told him, I said, don't nobody want me to be that. I was like, I'm too country. I said, I cannot go over there and talk in front of people like that. And but I was never.
But you gotta understand, they country too.
Yes, and I realized
a lot of them on that panel, country people too.
So I was always comfortable, just talking in front of people. But when you think of like going up for like the Navy Sailor of the Year. Like, you know, you just think
That's
like,
a big deal.
It is, and you think like, oh, I gotta talk this, but it's like, no, I'm gonna go and be myself.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
So you did that board, and that's you say you Air Lance Sailor of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
What did that feel like when you got that? Because now things change.
Yes, like
Yeah.
that was awesome. Like that entire Sailor of the Year week. I always say I wish every first class in the Navy can experience that week.
Really?
Yes,
Like,
I
what's
don't.
that about?
It's
Because you're
just
right, I've never experienced.
yes, cause like you
I heard
honestly-
about it from another first class. Oh, she's an LDO.
Yes,
retired,
like
but,
you
yeah.
honestly see like the power of the mess at that time. And because you know, like as a first class, like you see a little bit of the cheesiness, but you don't really see it like that. But you really get to connect with them. You see how they support each other. You see how they helping sailors. Like you get to see another side. And not only that, you learning about heritage. Like you just, it was a great week. And then you around like-minded peers. So all of us, I was just grateful to be there because at that time I'm like, okay, I'm a finalist. I should pick up Chief now for real. So I'm just happy just to be there.
Yeah.
And then all of us, like we all got in a group chat. As soon as the message came out, I started reaching out to everybody. Hey, I found them on Facebook, created a group chat. Like, hey, y'all, we all in the group chat. Like,
That's what's up.
you know, so we started kind of getting to know each other before we even met each other.
Okay.
And so once we got there, like it was a great time. Like we all had a great time and we all supported each other. And then it was never, in my opinion, it's like we all knew that we was there competing against each other, but it never felt like that.
Right.
It never felt like
So
that.
I think at that point, I'm gonna see y'all in khakis here in a minute.
Right, we all.
I'm gonna see y'all.
Eventually,
eventually I'm gonna see y'all
Yes.
in these khakis in a minute.
Yes. So.
But no matter who wins,
yes, no matter
we all
who,
gonna be in them.
Yes, and then when my name was announced, my two sisters on side of me, they grabbed me before I even took it in. Like it's like, and then I still be looking at the pictures. It's a picture that I have of them two hugging me. Like you can see the joy in their face for me. It's like, cause I was shocked when he said my name. I didn't even know he had really said my name.
Really?
The admiral had said my name. I was like,
so y'all would go to like a convention or something like that, all the finalists, and they go through the whole week of just doing certain things.
The whole week, and then we all stand in the same hotel. Like even though
where was this at? In DC?
It was in Virginia. No, it was in Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach.
But yes, but everybody still stayed. Like even though I was local.
What is this? Air Land people or Surf Land?
No, it's just Airland. So every TICOM does their
Every TICOM does their own thing.
So yeah, that was just Airland. So yeah, so we had people in from Florida and all over the place. So yeah, so we was out in one hotel. So they, you know, no matter if you stayed local, you still had to stay at the hotel. And so, and I honestly liked it because if not, I would have went home every night.
Right.
And I would have, you know, by a certain time I would have left. But we honestly, when the Chiefs and stuff left, that's when we all would meet up in the lobby and get to know a little more about each other.
Okay. So you win. You get to put on khakis early.
No.
That's how. No.
No.
Okay.
So you still have to go through the season. Yes.
It was at one time did the people get to put it on early?
Yes, back before, right, like before us, yeah.
Before that, but now you still had to wait.
Yeah, you still need to go through the season.
You still got to go through the season. I guess the Sailor of the Year didn't really matter going through the season. I'm just saying.
No.
No, I'm just saying.
I mean, you were regular select with everybody else, even though you
don't get no play.
But even though you're getting paid.
So you're getting paid.
So yeah, I started getting paid because when I went through, we was still like coming off COVID times. So the season was like in October.
So you got paid
I was
as of
already
September.
Paid. Yeah.
Dang.
Going through the season.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You was laughing a lot.
No,
that's funny. No,
I was,
That's funny. I know you played the game, but it's just like you was laughing like, y'all know I'm paid, right? But I'm glad you never said nothing.
No, I would never say.
Yeah, I'm glad you never said nothing. That could have went way left, real quick. So you finally make it. So like, what is it like? Okay, like wow, I made it. What's next? Like, do you like okay? What's next? Or
so
I'm a chief.
Yeah. So honestly, I was like, you know what? Like, okay, let me relax for a second.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm on G-Dub. We still ramping up to get ready to go to Japan. So ain't no relaxing. Like now, even though So the difference was, even though I didn't have a chief in S1 at the time, I was the acting LCPO as a first class. So now I'm the LCPO. Now it's really my show. Because as a first class, yeah, you feel like you got it, but it's always somebody else on the other side that got your back. Gonna take the hits for you, your bullets for you.
Yeah.
So now I'm taking my own bullets.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, okay. And I don't know, why. I always say this. I don't know why sailors always feel like it's always the chief fault about something, right? And the chief be the one fighting for these sailors. And so, I was stepping, into like that. So my first year as a chief, it was a lot of lessons. And it was a lot of, because of course our first class, I can do better than chief, or I can do my chief job. Yeah, you might feel like you can until you actually step into that. And now the accountability, it's you.
Yeah,
it's you. It ain't when you were first class, you mess up. You didn't hear that your chief was getting roasted behind closed doors for you. So now you the chief. It's you. Come here, let's talk. So
yeah, you get them conversations.
Yes, you get those conversations, and so it was honestly, it was really good to being on the other side, because now I get to hear the conversations and I get to understand the real why we do stuff.
Right.
And you know how sometimes even like, sitting through like an eval brief as a junior sailor, you kind of wonder why chiefs say certain things and do certain things. Now I know why.
Right.
So I start to, I start to appreciate what it is to be a chief, and definitely understood, like when they say lean on the mess, you really got to lean on the mess, and we all there for a reason.
That's right.
So.
That's right. Like, a lot of people don't understand. Like, and some people will say, like, oh, my chief didn't do that. They'll hear this, but my chief didn't do that. And they all, I have to say, they all ain't great, but you got a lot of good ones.
Yes.
You got a lot of great ones. Sometimes people don't get it. Sometimes they don't understand. They don't understand their purpose.
Right.
When they wearing khakis. It takes some of us longer to really get to understand what being the chief is about. You got it faster than me. It took me a couple of years, to get out. But when I surrounded myself, it was like me going to the ship for the first time and surrounding myself with some right people. And that group of people molded me to be that chief from that point. Now, I've been the chief at this point for like 2.5, 3 years. But when I got with these guys, they kind of like, oh, this is what you need to be doing. You have it. Let me just shape you up. Boom, 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 boom. And it was on, because I had an example of what I was supposed to be doing from these individuals. Male, female, black, white, Hispanic, whatever. They had, everybody showed like, oh, this is how we do it. Yep. And you take some of them traits and you move on to the next ship or the next command. It's like what you did on the Ford. Yeah.
And then honestly, this is just my personal opinion, but I do feel like all first year chiefs, they should serve on the ship. And I don't know if I'm being biased because my first year was on the ship. Yeah. But when I say I feel like I learned so much, because the primary mission of the Navy is the ship, right? To be on the ship. Yeah. So of course, when you're on the ship, like, you learn all of these different skills too. Like, you got to learn that divide and conquer. Yeah. Because as a chief, you got to be at 5 meetings at the same time. So how you going to do it? What are you going to do? Like, you got to make this decision. What are you going to do? So it's a little more, like, they put that pressure on you. And I always say, diamonds are built under pressure. So,
So, GW, because again, y'all ramping up to leave. To go around with
the horn.
The horn. What was, like, you had to leave your kids.
Yeah.
That was the first time.
The first time.
But you, like, on go with the ship, though.
Yep.
You on go with the ship, like, but you ain't the only one. It's like, I got to leave these kids. I got to do this. But nobody's talking about it.
None of us is.
Nobody's talking about it.
We was all just trying to figure it out. Like, and it's crazy because we all going through the same thing. Everybody like,
but nobody's talking about
playing together, do this and do that. Yeah. But we got to go.
Because you got to leave from the front and make sure your stuff is done.
Right.
And you don't want to come out there on that list.
It's hard because sometimes it's crazy because as a leader, you standing up and you like, hey, make sure this is good, make sure that is good, make sure you got your passports, make sure you got this and got that, and guess what? You ain't even got it yourself. So sometimes you got to check yourself. Like, you know what? I put this out to these sailors that they need this. Let me make time to go do this for myself as well.
Yeah, you got to check yourself.
Yeah, you got to check yourself.
No doubt. Leaving the kids, how was that underway? Like y'all getting underway on deployment around the horn.
Mm-hmm.
Where's some places that you hit that you like, oh, wow, I never thought I'd come here?
Yeah, Brazil. Yes, Brazil. I like Brazil.
Oh,
I
yeah?
went to go see the Christ the Redeemer and
Oh,
did all
real?
the, yes, Rio de Janeiro, because my kids used to love the movie Rio. So with the bird, with the blue macaw. So as soon as I got to Brazil and I saw the blue macaw, the actual statue they got of it, I took a picture, sent it to the kids. So Peru. Peru was the best port.
For real?
That was the...
What was great about it? Because I see, you got to visit Peru on a free vacation.
Yes.
Some people pay
to go out there.
To go there.
And one thing about Peru, right? When we first got there, it was so gloomy. It was gloomy. And I was like, what? Like, we finna be in Peru and it's gloomy. Yeah. But it's like, it's gloomy up until like noon. And at noon, the sun come out. The food was good. The people was nice. It was just a great time. And like, and I know like a lot of people like, you know, I experienced my first deployment as a chief. So of course it's different as a chief than if I was a junior sailor. I don't know how.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how.
You moving differently.
Yes.
I was the same way. My first deployment on a ship, I was a chief. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how the junior sailors live like that. No.
So of course, you know, we you know, on deployment, we all looking out for each other, the mess looking out for each other. But that's one thing I say about G-Dub. I feel like we was like a family. Mm-hmm. And it's so crazy because we all be, you know, we was all ready to go. I'm ready to go, I'm ready to transfer. Right. Now we all be reaching out to each other like, oh, it was a great time. Like, because it's not about the command, it was the people. It was the people, and we all looked out for each other, and we all made sure each other.
And the history that y'all made.
Yes.
That history. Y'all done something a lot of people done, sure, but not on that particular ship.
Yes. And then because
on that ship.
And then even for like so now, you know, we have this CPO LDC course that you have to do now or whatever to go up for the next pay grade. Like, you got to have it.
Yeah.
And we didn't even know what it was at the time. I'm a new chief, and one of the master chiefs at the time, HM Paul Duncan, that's how, he a HM.
Yeah.
He was like, Mika, I'm putting you in for this course. Like, here, I'm going to put y'all in for this course. And we like, well, what is it? So it was like, as soon as it came out, they enrolled us. So they was looking out for us, and we didn't even know. So it's crazy why everybody was running to get it. We like, oh, that's the course. We already got it. That's right. So it's like everybody was just looking out for each other. But
right. And that's good energy.
That's good energy. It is.
But you be thinking like, hey, every mess going to be like this.
You do think that. You do.
Every mess going to be like this.
Yeah.
But it's the energy that you put into the mess that makes it great. You know, they can all be great, but I know sometimes they struggle, but for whatever particular reason. But it's all what you put into it.
I agree.
Yeah, it's all what you put into it. Yeah. So deploy, Peru.
Yeah, Peru was amazing.
Peru. So now you get to, but before y'all got to Japan, where did y'all stop at?
So we was, well, let me back up. So we actually did like a 2-month pit stop in California because we did cruise swap.
San Diego?
Yes, in San Diego. When I say I was ready to leave San Diego.
Really?
San Diego is expensive, and we not getting San Diego BAH. So because you know, it's just a pit stop. We was only supposed to be there for like 30 days, but the ship had other stuff that need to get done. So when I say we spent so much money, I was like, y'all, we got to get up out of here. Like,
California
we was ready to go. Yeah. But of course, we over there, you know, you got to show out. You got to have a little fun.
Right. You in Cali.
Hard. Right. Yeah. Work hard, you play hard. Yeah. So
I'm a chief.
Right.
In Cali.
Yeah, so, but yeah, we did Cali for like 2 months. Yeah. And then after, because the first part of the deployment, and then we stopped in Cali. Then after that, we just went from Cali we did the Straits of Magellan and all that. Then we went to Japan.
Yeah. How was you feeling like, I'm out here doing this?
it was crazy because I was like, oh wow, like this is, it's kind of cool when you
Yeah,
think about it.
yeah.
Like I know a lot of people kind of hate deployment, but when you come back and you really get to sit in it and you think of the things that you did and the things that you
The
saw, you
memories that
like,
you
yeah,
made.
it's kind of
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
Like even
Like working, like people don't. You ain't working 12 hours. You working
yes, like
14, 15. But it be
yes.
odd, weird
It
hours.
is. It is. And then if you need a little you time, it's okay to go take
Yeah,
you, like, you know
yeah.
what, I needed a little, I
Right.
need an extra hour today. Let me do
Yeah.
it. Like, yes. So,
Yeah.
but you get in a habit. And I'm disciplined.
Mm.
I lost like 40 pounds out there.
Mm.
Like, I was disciplined out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, good time.
Yeah, deployment is fun. So you get to Japan, first time in Japan. Like,
hmm
how long were you there the total time?
I was there about 2 months,
2
a little
months?
over 2 months.
Did you like the food?
Yes, so but I'm a Southern Belle though. So I love ramen. Like the ramen is good
Yeah,
out there.
yeah,
It
yeah.
is. Like it really is. But, I want some ribs
You
every now and then. Like I need,
you want some
I
southern
want my real
food?
fried
Yeah.
chicken. I'm ready to get back home. I need some greens. I need all that good stuff. But it was good, like to just go over there and like indulge in the culture
Yeah.
and actually, enjoy Japan because before I left I was like, you know what? I'm gonna actually go and see Japan because I might not come back over here. This might be my only time.
Yeah.
So I did. I did a lot of good sightseeing and
Okay.
and I don't like when you think about it, how many people in your family has been to Japan? Like that's the type of stuff I always tell like my sailors. I be like, think about it. Like you're doing things that
Yeah.
you may not ever would have done in life.
Never. Never.
So
Never. It's those memories that, we talk about, we live. Like me driving on the Autobahn in Germany. Like
yeah.
me and my man Sweet, shout out to Sweets, like, and we in the Mercedes Benz, like, we really out here doing this. Like, and never in my life, you hear people talk about certain things, but like, I'm actually out here, I could say, over 100 miles per hour on the Autobahn, like, and at the time, Cameron song, whatever, Old Boy was on, but that was our song that we would play going back and forth to work, when we was like doing a dead out there. So it's just things like that, places like, man, my family never been to Japan. I have, but my family never been, and it's just a different vibe, different culture. So yeah. So now you boom, you made chief, doing your thing. Pick up senior chief. Pick up senior chief. So that was like right back to back, like bam bam.
Yeah, I mean, I was on G-Dub.
You on G-Dub.
Forward deployed carrier at that time.
And I don't want to overshadow either, like the things that y'all was dealing with the suicides and things like that too. So, yeah, I know it was a tough time.
Yeah, and
throughout that whole process.
Closer.
Yeah, man. Okay. Okay.
Like
okay.
It does. Like when you go through something traumatic like that.
Yeah.
Then it's like, and it's so crazy because let me back up for 1 second. So one of the last suicide, it happened. I was going through Sailor of the Year week. I was going through Sailor of the Year week, and one of them happened like 2 or 3 days into the Sailor of the Year week. And then one of the first sailors, he was actually in the supply department, and I had spoke with him like that Friday before.
Yeah.
And he was in good spirits and everything. So when I'm going through the Sailor of the Year week, that was one thing that kind of hit me because I was like, I'm up here competing for Sailor of the Year, and we just had another sailor take their life. Like, what are we what are we doing wrong?
Yeah.
And you kind of do think like, what did we miss? What is this? What is that? And it's so crazy because a lot of people like to say it's the Navy's fault. It's the Navy's fault, but some of those suicides had nothing to do with the Navy.
No.
It's like people go through personal, life, personal stuff.
Right.
Not saying that their job make it easier, but I don't. And it took me a minute to like honestly admit that it's.
No, because the people that commit suicide in whatever particular job, name a job.
Exactly.
These will say, "Oh, they committed suicide because they was at Amazon."
Yeah, right. So it's not necessarily
the Navy. Yeah, it's not the Navy. They can't really have something going on.
Yes, and then I think it made us closer too because I felt like that we was all trying. Because everybody was like, "What are they doing over there on G-Dub? how's
Yeah,
the
but
leadership?
that's how
And
people
it's
started
like,
talking.
y'all don't
Yeah.
understand, because at that time, like, our captain was Captain Brent Gott,
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
best
Oh yeah,
COs
he's solid.
ever.
Yeah,
I'm
that
like,
dude's
y'all, we
solid.
had an amazing,
Yeah.
like, we had an amazing CMC.
Mm-hmm.
The whole
The whole
triad was
triad. Yeah.
legit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, so it's not the leadership. It can't be.
Right.
So it's
Right.
like, yes. So I feel like a lot of us it's like, nah, y'all don't know actually what we went through. Let me tell y'all what we went through, and let me tell y'all how we banded together. So I think that made us closer too, because when people started talking about it,
Right.
we
When
like,
outside noise, you
yeah,
like.
it's like, hold on, y'all don't know what we've been through. No,
But you know, everybody got something to say.
they do, and we had to accept that. So it's like they gonna say
Everybody
what
got
they want to
something to
say,
say.
and it is what it is.
Yeah. Because it's so quick just to say, oh, when I was on there, we didn't have them problems.
Right.
You're saying y'all ain't had no problems?
Right. Every
Not a
ship
there
has
one.
issues.
Come on now.
Every ship has issues.
You dealing with at a minimum of 5,000 people.
Right. So, like, stuff, stuff
It's
happen,
people
and it's just like,
out. They out here. It's
yes.
just,
And it's just like, it was just sad, and it was unfortunate, because it's like, you do think like, what could I've done?
Yeah.
What could I've done? So there's still, because I remember when I got the call saying that, like, the sailing supply happened, I was like, was this something that I missed? Like, and everybody was asking themselves that. Like, his direct LCPO at the time was like, is this something that I missed?
Yeah.
But he was in great spirits. So it's kind of like, people be like, look for the signs. Sometimes the signs not there.
They ain't there.
They're not there.
It's not there.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, that was a tough time for y'all. And it's like, but I'm glad that y'all kind of was able to come together and still do what y'all had to get done. So, yeah. Tony Jones, what's up, my guy? Yeah. So I know he was out there with y'all too. So, yeah.
Tony.
Yeah. So you at FLC, Department LCPO there, Senior Chief. What's your next? Like, what's the next thing for you?
So the next,
is it LS Master Chief, or is it Command Senior Chief, Command Master Chief? What we doing?
If it's in God's will, and if it's in God's will, and I always say that, if it's in God's will, I know He gonna order my steps or whatever. But I would definitely love to be a Command Senior Chief one day.
Yeah.
Ultimate goal, Command Master Chief. I would love to do
Right.
that.
Not even an LS Master Chief.
I love my rate, and that's one thing I battle with too, because it's like I love being an LS, because I feel like LS is like, we get what we want, like we do, like we get what we want.
Right.
So I love being an LS, but
you got a bigger purpose.
I got a bigger,
Yeah, you got a bigger purpose.
Yes, I want to be at the table in those rooms.
Yeah, little country girl.
Yes, this little country girl want to be there.
Yeah. And making a difference as always.
Yes, because I definitely feel like I can make a difference as a LS Master Chief, or
That's true.
Whatever it may be or whatever. But I definitely always been my goal.
Yeah,
it has. I did my first CDB or whatever as like an E4, and it's been my goal. It's been on there, and then it made it, and and it just solidified it when I was on GDub. When I actually became a chief, and I saw like the good CMCs, Chris Ziegler, Randy Swanson, learned a lot from them. And I was like, okay, this is something. And then especially shout out to Randy too, because
he was a sub guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I learned so much from him, and I was grateful because he let me step into that and learn the behind the scenes of it.
Yeah.
He did.
That's good.
So and I saw how he fought for us.
Yeah. I hear people like yourself talk great about him.
Yes.
Because everybody got a different, even aviation guys got within the aviation community got a difference, and because even when I made chief, my CMC, he was a sub guy. Yeah, he was a sub guy, but to see him come through on a carrier and do what he do, and people kind of, but again, that triad was pretty tight. So yeah.
And then even now at NAFSA, like my CMC now, Marcus Gallegos, he let me sit in the seat and stuff, so I see it. So even on shore duty, you see it, both sides. So I'm appreciative. It's a good triad over there, the CO, XO, and the CMC. So I'm grateful that they allow me to,
jump in there.
To jump in there and actually see it.
Get a taste.
Because I've been praying about it. I'm like, is this something you know, did I really want to do?
Yeah.
Because of course, if I do it, I'm gonna go full force.
Right.
And
Right.
even though I'll be like, yeah, I'm getting out in 20 years.
So you want to be a force master?
No, I'm saying full force.
I'm just
full
saying
force.
you want to be a force master. Maybe
I mean, I would love it. Like depending on if it, you know, if it's still around. But I would love it. I would love to keep going as far as the Navy will allow me.
Yeah.
But of course, right now, like I try to still be realistic, and I'm like, okay, the goal to get to 20. Okay. So then I get to 20, we'll see where I'm at. But of course, I'm doing the calculation now. I'll be back on shore duty, so I'm gonna go over 20. But I, you know, still push. So which I'm honestly, you know, doing my packing now. So I've been reaching out to a lot of amazing command master chiefs and stuff, getting guidance and you know, just getting their feel for it.
Right. Because it's a lot to learn.
It is.
In that job, and I think that job, just listening to you, it ain't about the money. It's just for the love of because anybody's doing that job. For that money that they're getting paid is like
it's not much. I'm finna say one
for that. For like the stuff, nothing, right. That's a tax.
Yes.
You know, I'm like you dealing with this, and that, and that. Come on now, they gotta bump the pay up. We're going to do a campaign, bump the CMC pay up.
Absolutely,
because it ain't for the work that they do, they're not getting paid enough.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
So so hey, I wish you all, you know, the best, and
thank you.
But I know you headstrong. You hit us with the, well, I'm just a Southern girl, you know, but that's cool, and that's true. Cause when you talk, you just think you're like, oh, that's Mika. Yeah, that's Mika. But I think you're so determined. It's me watching you grow, and this is like, oh wow, like she on it.
Thank you.
Like she on it. That mentorship, like, and I know you can name a lot of people.
Yes.
You know, especially but you had a lot of good LSs that you were surrounded by. You know, so that's it, even just going to the GW and bumping into Mo. You know, you leaving the Ford and you're like, damn, I keep batting like 1,000 like every time. Like how is this happening? You know, but it's more good people out there than people really believe. Like how the chief said, so many good people out there. You got to listen.
Yes.
Just got to listen.
Yes.
You know, we telling you stuff for a reason, because like now I talk about things about transition. Like I send people to y'all, like they talking about doing this and doing that. Hey, talk to that person when it comes to active duty stuff. But stuff that's outside of, you know, retirement, that's my world now. So it's like I hear these stories, I hear certain things. So just giving back on that level, I constantly give back. It's just something I learned as being in the Chiefs, man.
Yeah.
You know, because like my people that's in front of me that kind of supported me, put me same thing. Like I said, what they did to you, now that's what you keep doing it. You know, so you're going to be above a CMC. I believe that. I believe that because I just think that you are like you own it like that.
I always say I'm a servant leader.
That's respect.
Yeah,
that's respect.
But I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, like you doing your thing with that thing. So keep going. Like I hope you get it first time where I have how to work because you're really passionate about it.
Thank you.
So and make your kids proud. You know, they looking up to you. They're like, oh yeah, that's my mom.
Yeah.
You know, that's my mom right there. Like, she wild and crazy, but that's my mom right there. Yes. So, and you got to kind of set that example consistently.
Yes.
You know, consistently setting that example. So, again, thank you for coming on. Thank you for supporting.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, at these podcasts, man. Like, you're good at it. I like it. I like it. Yeah. You got anything else? Anything?
No, I think that's it.
You think that's it?
I think that's it.
All right, you sure?
I think so.
I think so. Nah, hey, I appreciate it. Hey, my guest, you know, Senior Chief Romeika Dillingham. Hey, thank you so much for doing what you do, taking care of those sailors, or educating them at the same time. Not just taking care of them, but educating them and preparing them to be greater than you. That's all we doing. So, yeah, thank you again, and you got all the blessings you need. I'm going to still pour more into you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Peace.